So, still on that topic of grief, we have A Good Person starring Florence Pugh and Morgan Freeman. And for me, that was the selling point. As soon as I saw Florence Pugh, I really like her. And Morgan Freeman, and I was like, I'll give it a shot. And yeah, it wasn't a bad movie. It was a good movie. And that's what I want to talk about. A Good Person was written by Zach Braff. He's a well-known actor. He mostly does comedy, but he wrote this movie to learn or to just pass on the message of grief and hope. He had lost his sister, his father, and his friend he was living with, who died of COVID, if I'm not wrong. And he wrote this movie with his partner at the time, Florence Pugh, to just help pass on this message of, as much as there's grief, there's also hope somewhere in this crazy world, because life is so unpredictable. One minute you're fine, the next your world has turned upside down. So I think he managed to do that with this movie, pass on the message of hope. So this is where we meet Allison, played by Florence Pugh, who we find her at the very peak of her life. She's about to get married to the love of her life. She has like the best job. She's a pharmaceutical salesperson. So we've met her as in really living her life, and she's about to start this other beautiful chapter of love. But by bad luck, she gets involved in an accident where she loses her soon-to-be in-laws. And we find her trying to deal with that aspect of loss, because in some ways she is kind of responsible, because she was the one who was driving the car. So imagine trying to deal with grief, knowing that you are kind of you had a part to play in it. In this movie, we get to see the aspects of grief and addiction as well. We know addiction is something that has plagued our society like rampantly, and addiction is the thing that it's such an ugly thing to deal with. And we see Allison struggle through that. We see her get hooked through the medication that she got after her accident, and she kind of got hooked on pain pills. And we see her going through the motions of that, trying to get out of that very ugly addiction. The main takeaway from this movie, because I don't want to spoil it so much, or rather at all, is the aspect of facing your problems. You know, the reason why aspects of addictions come about is because most of the people, or most human beings, don't want to directly face the issues that they have. And we see Allison struggled with that a lot, and that's why she needs to get over this aspect of addiction and just face her reality, face what had happened, face her reality, and probably now get the strength to move forward. And it goes to all of the people, or rather the cast that is involved in this film. They get to a point where they actually face their grief, deal with it, and move past it day by day. It's not like a one-off process. Dealing with grief isn't easy, but it's doable. It's something that stays with you, but it gets easier with time. And that's what you get to learn through this movie. And through the aspect of dealing with it, you also get to know and learn how other people are dealing with it. So do I recommend it? I do. It's going to make you cry. It's going to make you feel things. So yeah, A Good Person, A Man Called Otto. I really enjoyed those two films. That's why I decided to film them both at once, the reviews rather. Yeah, I recommend both of them. Go watch them. Tell me what you think about the two films. Then I'll see you on the next one. Bye. I'm sure I'm not going to come with sad movies. I'll come with more exciting content next time. So yeah, it's good to change. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye.